Yesterday, we looked at the results of a new Wall Street Journal NBC News poll on the Republican presidential race. Today, we have the flip side of the coin, the findings on the Democratic side. And here the headline is pretty simple. It's mostly good news for Hillary Clinton, with a couple of familiar clouds still hanging over her head. The results suggest that Mrs. Clinton did herself some good in that first Democratic debate last week. A good performance there. It came through in the numbers. She now leads Bernie Sanders, the Vermont senator, and her closest Democratic rival by 20 points. And if Joe Biden, the vice president, gets in the race, these numbers suggest she leads him by about 25 points. So she's clearly got a commanding lead with Joe Biden in or without Joe Biden in, and we may know the answer to that question pretty soon. And on that Biden point, more Democratic primary voters that we surveyed, 38%, said they hoped the vice president did not get into the race than the 30% who said they hoped he would get in the race. So there's not exactly a groundswell among Democratic primary voters necessarily for Vice President Biden to get in the first place. Now, those clouds that I mentioned before, only 27% of the people that we surveyed said they are fully satisfied with the answers Mrs. Clinton has given on the attack on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, Libya. So that's clearly going to be there, particularly because she'll be talking in coming days before a special House committee investigating that attack. And a continuing problem for Mrs. Clinton with white males. She doesn't do well with them. Her numbers are sagging on that front. It's going to be a continuing problem. That might be the one opening for Vice President Biden. So it's a complicated picture now. We'll get complicated even more if the Vice President is in the picture.